Hey, what's going on, KVKL? How you guys doing?
There's 6 people
All
here.
right. It is the KVKL podcast.
9 people.
Playoff
9.
Weekend 2 review.
This is the week of attrition.
Yeah, week of attrition.
A lot of people are upset this week.
We are here at the lovely Jazz House, 926 and a half Massachusetts. Beautiful. Packed house as always, it seems.
So many people here today.
I am your host, CJ Cobra Kai, here with Ben Hutnick,
Howdy.
Jason Cougar Huang. Oh man, we should have tested that out beforehand. Here, Coog.
Someone test my mic, please.
Airy Allsport Oxter. Liz motherfucking Schaefer.
Pew pew.
Woo. And just Grant.
Oh, no,
Abraham
man.
Lincoln.
Grant, do you have a nickname?
Abraham Lincoln.
Grant Blast.
I mean, I guess I do.
Yeah, it's true. Grant Blast
good.
Olivers. Okay, we are going to be talking. Okay, this week's sponsor is Ladybird Diner. Grant, don't you work there, buddy?
I do indeed, actually.
All right.
It's a pretty wonderful
Yay.
place.
721 Massachusetts, 785-856-5239, ladybirddiner.com. Excellent food there.
Yeah,
Grant,
best pie and mashed potatoes in
yes,
town.
dude, the Dakota Texan is probably my favorite.
Oh, it's definitely one of the popular ones.
Oh, yeah,
That's for sure.
definitely.
That'll fill you right up.
How many pieces of pie do you think he's serving today, Grant?
Oh, man. We go through probably about
Best guesstimate.
8 or 9 whole pies.
Yeah.
So 7
Wow.
slices.
What's the most popular pie?
Coconut cream for sure.
Ooh,
With some
all
toasted
right.
coconut
Good
on
to know,
top.
good to know.
All right. Just a little housekeeping here. Thank you. This is a note from the league, or basically Aaron Adams. Thank you all for keeping everything clean this weekend. Please remember to tell your teammates and friends, fans, to keep bringing cans. This is our last weekend to contribute to Cans for the community for the season. There will be food at Hobbs this Sunday, so keep your eyes out for the East Lawrence Neighborhood Association, or ELNA. Also, please check the Facebook group or ask your captain about our requests, the league, for this coming weekend at Hobbs, including but not limited to food, banners, and fireworks. Fireworks are illegal, so do not use them. Also, the league is looking for refs for the 4 games this weekend, starting at 4 p.m. with the Twain. Is it?
Yeah,
Is it
that's
the
early.
Twain? Is it the Twain?
Yeah.
Twain. Yep, that's Twain.
Yeah, they put the Twain early.
The in-between.
Okay.
Because we're giving
Bracket.
the Cougar Cup
The
a little
in-between
closer to
bracket.
prime time.
Oh my
Okay.
So
God.
smart.
I hate the name.
5:30
Are you
with the
listening?
8, or AKA the boot. 7:15 with the plate, 9:15 for the cup. Please contact Scott Stewart or any board member if you are interested. Speaking of board members, we are looking for auction items, food, and general volunteers for the end of season auction and / party, which is September 4th at Abe and Jake's. Contact Ben Wright if you would like to help or donate.
Yeah. Lend a hand. Don't be a selfish piece of shit.
Yeah, assholes. All right, now that that's out of the way, let's talk about some games.
Woo!
Yeehaw.
All right, first game up. Quarterfinals for the, I guess, less awesome, or the plate, a.k.a. the plate. Okay. Asteroid Head 5, Ladybird 9, Grant.
Oh, man. That was a fun game.
Really?
Oh, man. We had a lot of fun playing them. They were really awesome. And we just we clicked. I mean, it was just one of the better games we played. And there was a couple really good plays out there on both teams. Ladies killed it. That's true.
Ladies for Ladybird.
Yeah.
25
right.
seed making it all the way to the semis of the less awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It felt pretty good. I mean,
Yeah.
this is the first year I think we've even got like 1 win on the tournament, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I think so.
That's
This is
good.
kind of a
That's good. That's
breakthrough
awesome.
year.
Stacy?
Oh.
I just want to give a shout out to our first baseman, Jill.
Who is?
Oh,
Yes,
yes.
we had a
Yes.
lady on first, and she was amazing. She got like 1 or 2 double plays in
Oh,
our
yeah.
game. She's just awesome.
Hell yeah.
So
That's
give
awesome.
her a shout out.
Joe killed
All
it.
right.
All
Oh, yeah.
right, ladies.
There we go. And is that it?
I did have one of the best kicks, I think.
Oh,
on my
tooting your
part.
own horn here, huh?
I had a home
awesome.
run in like one of the
Grant
first
blasted
couple
that
innings.
shit.
It was like a blast over right head, and I love it was Justin, and he's actually my new neighbor, so I felt kind of new.
No, you didn't.
Nah,
You didn't feel
no,
bad.
no, you
Neighbor,
don't.
like-
No, you don't.
Bad way to start that. But,
Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad now. Feel bad like 2 years later when you're still giving him shit about it.
Okay, all right. I will. But it was a good game. We had a lot of fun.
All right,
This game-
quarterfinal
This
number
game proves once and for all pie over kombucha. Hey, it's very true.
I agree.
I would take that too.
That's easy.
Anyway, quarterfinal number 2, Johnny's 4, Rats 6.
Where's Tim? He's not here.
No, he's
Man,
not
what,
here.
what the
Where's
heck?
my subordinate?
What
God,
happened
he's
to the
ducking me.
regulars here? Like,
Anybody
you,
see
normally
this
he
game?
still
Scared
would
of
be
me.
here to
He's
gloat.
scared of me.
Ref this game? Anybody?
No.
Man, anybody watch or ref this game?
Did not see
No.
this game.
Did that game even happen? If no one
Yeah,
saw it
Rats
happen, it
Johnny's.
was happening.
Yeah, Rats Johnny's.
That's
Aaron?
Bear shits in the
Yeah, I
water.
reffed the Rats Johnny's game. It was a well-played match. I think that Rats took the early lead and held it the entire game, but Johnny's had some comeback runs in the end, and I gotta give some shit to Wag because he came up 2 outs, bases loaded, open on first base with Cody Weber kicking behind him, and instead of bunting and getting on bag like he'd been doing earlier, he swung away and got the final out and lost the game. But they could have brought it back and tied it up.
And I believe he said, like, don't show the players, like, don't pop up, don't pop up, don't
Yeah.
pop up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was a good game to watch. It was relaxed and
Hate it when that happens.
went by really fast. So good game, guys.
Yep.
Okay. Quarterfinal number 3, Corksuckers 10, Jazz House 7. Where's Rick?
He's hiding back there.
Rick, we need you, man.
Kind of gentle
We
Rick.
need your insight, which, Rick, thank you every week. We are here at the lovely Jazz House, 926 and a half Massachusetts. I love
Glad
being
to be
here.
here.
Thank you so much.
Not only is he giving it up, he already bought me a drink.
Now it's time to
Yeah.
opine.
Okay, Corksuckers. Those guys are great. They are.
Oh, yeah.
They are a very solid team. We played a lot of really good teams this year, and those guys have a very balanced hitting attack. I mean, they can go deep. They can really go deep. They can hit line drives. I mean, they're really the only weak spot why they're not a top 10 team is probably because maybe their defense isn't like completely perfect, but they played really great. We played great. I had a right fielder get a home run hit over his head, a ball hit over his head, and that was a 3-run homer, and that was not the difference in the game, but a difference in the game. But yeah, and we've played them a bunch. We've never beat them. Clint, we're coming after you in fall ball.
All right. Thanks,
Been
Rick.
warned.
Get him.
That's a promise,
Okay,
not a
the last
threat.
quarterfinal we got here, Ghosts 4, Poshwash 11.
Ooh, Aaron, get up here. I want to hear
Aaron,
you talk
what do you
about
got?
this game.
What
This
do you
is
got?
one of many games I picked wrong 2 weeks ago.
Yes, yes.
You don't want to hear what Cosgrove has to say about the game?
We'll talk to him next.
Okay.
He's eating nachos right now.
Yeah.
Bring it some
He's not
nachos.
drunk yet.
It was another fast game for us. I don't think that my team has had a single game all season that went more than an hour. So just, plow it through, get it done real fast, and
Literally
move on to the
plowed
next
through,
game.
exactly.
Literally,
You can tell
yeah.
by the score.
All right,
Cosgrove,
Cosgrove.
come on down.
What do we got?
Oh, we left the food at the bar. Cosgrove, this was
Check it
not
out,
show
check it out.
game.
That was a really fun game. Everybody had a lot of fun. The refs were good. Both teams played well. And 90 Shilling is probably the greatest beer ever made by Odell Brewery.
All right, so we're going to just go bracket by bracket here. So we're going to go to the semifinals of the Less Awesome, which would be Ladybird 3, Rats 13. Grant?
Disappointing.
That was a hard game. It was a rough patch for us. I think it was 4-1, and then there was a controversial call on fouls.
Okay.
We thought there was 4, and the ref said there was 3. Kind of everybody started walking off. Like the kickers, the coaches, everybody was walking off.
So you mean literally everybody on the field started walking
Everybody
off.
was going. I mean, right before that, I had said everybody, scoot towards the middle because you kick towards the middle. But
Yeah.
So they called it back.
And wasn't the score sheet marked?
I didn't look at it at the time like I should have. But Stacy looked at it after, and there looks like there's 4 dots as fouls. So I don't know what happened there, but after that, we kind of just lost it. Just morale just went
Yeah,
way
that'll
down.
do it.
We all kind of just ready to go. We're ready to be done.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Apropos of nothing, obscene gestures should not be done at any point while playing, and that has no place in this league.
Agreed.
Absolutely
So,
Agreed. Yeah.
Yeah. Moving on.
Thanks, CJ.
Yep.
Very delicately put.
I feel like we're going to revisit this at some point later tonight. So we'll put a pin in it
It's
for
under
right
review
now.
right now. We're not going to go any further.
Yep.
Corksuckers 4, Poshwash 1. Man,
Damn, this
a lot closer than I thought it was going to be.
Why it's so
Low
tight?
scoring. Very low scoring. Aaron?
I knew this would be a close game because we already played them once this season, and I don't remember if the score was 4-1 the last time we played them or if it was 4-3, but we beat them the last time we played them, and I think they just wanted it more. My team kind of was a little lackluster in our second game. I don't know why, but we lost a little energy.
Beer.
And maybe we didn't really drink that. Nobody on my team really drinks that much. We each had maybe 2 beers.
Maybe
in
that's why
6 hours.
you got
More
lackluster.
beer.
I don't know.
More
Anyways,
beer.
It felt like we kind of were just letting it slide through our fingers.
You
I don't
hear
know.
that, filthy animals?
Yeah. So
Get your shit together.
we will. We'll get our shit together. And Corksuckers played a good game.
Yeah.
They just played better than us.
I did ref that game, and there were some really good plays on both parts. But then towards the end, the Corksuckers, their outfield and their third base, and they kind of had some really good plays. There were some close plays, but it was a really good game overall.
We couldn't
though.
string our kicks together, but we definitely showed them our D.
Yep.
Yeah.
D was there.
Oh my gosh.
That's always humorous.
Rock and roll.
Oh.
Obscene language, obviously, always okay.
Always, obviously, fuck.
All right, we're going to go to the reasonably awesome bracket
The
here.
in-between bracket?
The twain.
In between.
In between.
Yeah, in between. In between.
Copyright,
Man,
CC,
this is-
trademark registered. Yeah.
In between bracket.
Patent pending.
Hashtag
All right.
all mine.
First one. Woost 7, Free State 11.
I ref this game.
I did not know
Woos
the score was
got
that close.
the lead early, got 3-0, and went to 7-4. Woos had the advantage. You're thinking, like Free State, they try to get some bunts going on, not go as well, and then the bunt game really came on as probably getting some runners on and scoring on we're in scoring position, and it was 7-7 in the 7th inning. We're basically below that. Then they got their kicks going on, and then they got onto Woost. So, credit to Free State coming back from behind. Like a team like Woost. With Woost, you basically score at least 7 or 8 on Woost, you're going to win. Of course, you area would know that because your team beat Woost in the game of the week. So they score more than 7 against Woost. Therefore, Free State wins. So there you go.
Okay.
Therefore, thank you.
Ergo.
There we go.
Here we go. I.e.
Next game. Matadores 0. Hertz, Donut, D-Holes, lucky number 13. Ari, what do you got for us?
Well, they only had 8 players, so don't get too excited.
Ah.
Big
That's their
donut.
fault, right? No, but
Hey, but they still played with 8. Good for them.
they played with 8,
Yeah.
and they played great. They had their girls at catcher, left, and second. They did not have a shortstop.
Ooh, that's
I
rough.
think. Was it, they didn't have is that right? No short.
Oof.
So yeah, 8 on 10's hard. I wish they would have brought their full squad because we kind of have a rival with Los Matadors in
Yeah.
the tournament. So Dover really wanted it, but I think he wish it would have been a little bit closer.
So did you guys pull back at a certain point?
We probably
'Cause-
bunted for the first 7 innings, and we're like, okay, let's just kick away.
I like that it's the reverse.
Yeah. 7 innings.
We'll
That's
just
great.
keep
Okay.
kicking.
We're like,
Good enough.
So yeah, I mean, we just wanted to put it on him because Dover, that was the win he wanted the most out of any win this year. So.
Okay.
Couldn't let him score just one run. You gotta just
Hell no.
give him the
Hell
donut.
no.
And it's got to be especially fun when Dover gets fired up. Just
Oh
because
yeah,
he's
Dover
so
comes in and
laid back.
plays his 1 inning. That's all he likes to do is come
Yeah,
in and
yeah.
play his 1, and then he gets his 1 out, and then he does air pistols and blows his fingers off and puts them in his imaginary holsters
Oh my God.
when he gets his 1 out. So he was happy. So
Okay.
Cougar, what are the statistics on a shutout at this level of tournament play?
Not this many shutouts like ever. Seriously.
All right.
It's like what's it? How many? 5? Well, forfeits don't count. Like 6 shutouts already. It's crazy. The forfeit, you're right. That's 6 shots. Crazy. That's never happened this many.
Yeah.
Matadors are kind of the unfortunate victims of that forfeit in the first round by Merchants too, because I'm not so sure they planned on winning that game. And the less awesome could look a lot different.
I'm pretty sure they had their eyes set on defending the plate.
Right.
So yeah, that definitely did hurt them a little bit more.
Yeah, 6 is right. You're right, Liz. 6.
All right.
Okay, next game that we don't need to talk about very much.
Why?
Das Boot, forfeit. Goats.
0.
Win.
Win. Okay.
Or excuse me, blah, 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 blah. Is that what a is
Blah,
that
blah.
what
Next
a seagull means?
game. Next game. Rockets 11. Redlegs 12. Oh God.
It hurts just to say it out loud, doesn't it?
Really good showing though.
It
You're
really
in as
did.
much pain as I am. Well, I want to say that while they had a more consistent game, we came back with a lot of, kind of rallies on their runs. But in the end, obviously we came down by 1. I'm going to save my comments about most of what happened after that in the next round of tournament talk, but I will
We'll
say
talk to that in about 45,
I'll be here.
2 to 3 minutes.
I'm ready.
All right.
Oh, dear.
Going to the next game, which is the semifinals of the Twain. It's Free State 7, Hertz 11. Wow.
Yeah.
Kind of the tables got turned for Free State on that one. They won the first one 11-7. They lost the next one 7-11. So, all right. Harry.
Turnabout's fair play.
Yeah.
Oh, Alex, you come talk a little bit about it too. I kind of blacked out during that game. It was very
In a
intense.
good way, like
in
a drunk way?
No, not a drunk. I was just
That's a good way.
It was very intense. I took a ball off the neck, but still recovered and got to Alex to get out at home, and it was just very high adrenaline. Game, and there was a couple of our calls being discussed at length during the middle of the game.
I think
I love
Jesse
that phrase.
established earlier this season that blacking out during a game is not a bad thing. She blacked out, woke up, and Happy Shirt was defeated.
Yeah, it was a very intense game. We were up, I think, 8-3 at one point. We might have actually got up to 10-3, and that's when Free State lost all their composure. They started arguing and bickering pretty much every single call that happened.
Shocking.
Par for course.
And to give credit to them, they fought back into the game, crawled back in, got it to 10-7. We put up one more run at the end. That's that. Defense ruled the game on both parts. It was just extremely efficient offense.
And their ladies are really strong too. The girl who plays the first base butt line,
Jamie.
she burned Ariel, got a double. He moved in. I was like, don't move in that much, and she burned him in center field and got a double off of it.
She's got
We had bases loaded, 2 outs, Bickle up, and Bickle's a good kicker, and he botched it and kicked a line drive right at Leslie, and she caught it, and he ran out and gave her a high five, hey, good catch, it was
Sure he wasn't trying to just kick it back to her?
That was 4 years ago. No, it was I feel like even though there was that, the long discussion of calls in between, close calls, I feel like there was still good sportsmanship,
Absolutely.
on both sides.
Okay.
Can we, since this was Free State's swan song for the season, can I just make I think it's very interesting that their most contentious game of the season was the Red Lion game, where both teams got warned, and they won. And they wound up in the ones. After that, they kind of behaved themselves, I heard anyway. They behaved themselves. They didn't win a game. They behaved themselves in the second round against Lion and lost. Then they behaved themselves to start this game, and were losing. And then they started rabble and came back. I think Free State might be the exception to the rule where they play better angry and yelling. We might actually be unfairly limiting their skills by telling them not to argue with people.
Cool. Super duper. Thumbs up. Moving on.
Moving on to the next game. Goats win. Redlegs Forfeit.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Boo.
This
There it is.
Kind of sucks.
Boo.
Wouldn't it have been just like a class move if Red Legs knew they weren't going to have people for this next game to
I
just
feel
default
like
for
it's
Rockets?
exactly a class move that if you know you're not going to have enough people for the second game, maybe you just pull off at the end or pull out at the
Pull
end.
out. You
Yeah.
always pull out at the end.
Pull out and pray. Just, I mean,
They call them the Red Legs, not the White Legs.
I feel like it's just kind of a dick move, you know? It's not, there was no way to know who was going to win the game at the start of the Rockets Red Legs game, so I can't fault them for wanting to go in and play. However, if you're walking in with one of your only 3 available girls who knows that she's not going to be able to play a second game, maybe you operate in a different capacity. I feel like it's a little inappropriate to just carry on and shut a team out that may have gone on when you knew full well you weren't going to be able to go past the next round.
Yeah, my only question is, can you use the Emergency Play Act in the playoffs?
Yeah, but not just because people want to go home. It's got to be. Yeah, it's Injury Play Act.
Injury Play Act. Okay.
Yeah.
Is there an Injury Play Act in the playoffs?
Yeah, there is.
Yes, it's in the rules.
Yeah, read the rules, CJ.
Yeah, I'm just rhetorically asking this because, and they could have done that.
Right.
But
Faked an injury?
Oh, man, I would have been.
Fake an injury in that game so they can play the next
I mean,
one
I
shorthanded?
know that several of their players weren't happy about it. I'm not faulting anyone but management on that team and maybe a couple
But
of
the,
other
and,
inputs.
and the fact that like if they knew something was going to go up,
She
they could
knew
have
coming
said-
in she was only
they
gonna
could have
play
went up
one
to
game
both
that
teams
night.
potentially
Didn't
and
they
said,
have,
hey,
like,
if we win
7
this first
girls?
game, can we reschedule? And that didn't
Exactly.
happen. That sucks for
Goats get a
for everyone
walk
involved, really.
into the final.
which I'm sure they'll take.
It's karma for all the bad calls we had.
Well, it's actually really funny because Alex was talking about, he hoped that the ground opened up and swallowed the goats in muddy waters or something like that. And that's basically what happened to your competition this week.
Yeah, and then we have some questions now for the next
Oh, man.
the next round. So, moving. Oh fuck.
Moving on.
Moving on. I had to
He's
burp.
going
Sorry,
to-
guys.
Moving on.
Where the fuck's Cougar? You go outside?
It's fine. He's fine. It's
You
fine.
go
it's
hot.
fine.
That's fine. He's probably dropping a deuce.
shot,
All that water went to his
walking
head.
around.
He's outside
Parking
puking.
Still
lot.
walking.
Okay. Moving on to the quarterfinals of the Awesome, aka the Cup.
Oh, can we just can I get this off my chest real quick? This weekend, all the games really, but the Awesome bracket in particular, this was just the apex of kickball as athletic sport. You have two of the top seeds going down in the quarters. At one point, you had all 4 top seeds potentially getting ousted in the quarters.
Yeah.
So many games were down to the wire. 2 of the quarter games went to extras. We said a couple weeks ago, maybe any team 1 through 12 could win this thing.
Yeah.
And you've got the D-holes playing in the Reasonably Awesome Championship that lost to Wildman by 1
And
in the
really-
second round, and Wildman's going to the finals.
And spoiler alert. But I maintain that I maintain that if the D-holes played the way they played against us, against any other teams that we played against, they probably would have won those games too. That being said, first quarterfinal game, KTC 4, Red Lion 6. Ben, you played in this game.
I did. What a great fucking game.
Hey.
Yeah.
This was when Supersport was here a couple weeks ago. He was talking about Red Lion and KTC are both kind of slug it out teams.
Yeah.
And that's exactly the way this game went. It was one team would score, the other team would match back up. I think we were basically tied the entire game because whenever one team scored, the other team matched. And then nobody scored for, I don't know, maybe the second half of the game. And we go to extras, get a couple in the 10th inning. Yep. And then KTC, their last couple of innings, they just fell victim to the popped it up too much. I think 7 of the last 9 were flyouts. But I thought it was excellent showing by both teams. But it was kind of bittersweet for me because Josh was playing a little bit hurt, and really the teams were so razor thin close that they were probably a Kenny away or maybe a Jesse away from winning this thing.
Yeah. Man, I love Kenny. I wish he could have played in this tournament, but I have to question KTC's like decision to play him at pitcher the entire year because of the fact that like it's such an integral position that like if you would have played Kenny in the outfield, you kind of minimize the damage.
Yeah.
But if you put him at pitcher, you have to throw someone in when you know that he has surgery late in the season to like have them pick up that position. It's
Yeah.
really, really, really tough for them to do that, and especially at even close to Kenny's level.
Right.
Jesse, do you have anything for us? Sorry to be bagging on your team, but like
She's
it's
taking a break
out.
from
Yeah.
working here at the Jazz House.
Yeah,
Where we are
926 and a half
enjoying
Massachusetts.
250 anything. Almost anything.
Rick, thank you.
So lovely.
Yes, thank
Let it
you.
out, Essie. Let it out.
So over the weekend, like 2 days before the game, doing the most mundane activities, I twisted my ankle.
What?
A lot of fun.
What was this mundane activity?
It popped,
Oh no!
and it like quadrupled in size. But
God, that
I mean,
sucks.
by the next day, it was down. I was icing it correctly, you know. Nurse for mom, so
yeah.
had the works. But so I know the team wasn't sure if I was going to play or not, and my dad didn't want me to play. And my mom, being the nurse, was even like, "Yeah, just buy a really good brace, and I'll pay for it," because she knows me.
Mother knows best.
And so I was texting them trying to say, you know, I'm coming. I'm going to be a little bit late. Like, make sure I'm thrown on the lineup somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, everyone didn't have their phones near them. I was coming from
no.
Leavenworth, and I wasn't driving. Yeah, and so I was really frustrated because I got there with him before, like I don't even know what inning, but I mean,
It was
I'm guessing
late, like
the
seventh inning, something like that, maybe.
No, it was like second or first still. Like we had just kicked and then we were going to the outfield.
Oh, was that early?
It was that early, and I was.
You just weren't in the lineup. So.
Well, but the thing was I could be added in, but at the very bottom, and we had a player not show up who was switch kicking, and we hadn't even no one had kicked yet. So they asked the refs if we could switch, like, this body isn't here, but this body is.
Yeah.
La da da, and they didn't want me switch kicking because of my ankle, even though I don't care if I would have made it worse during that game, or but.
Yeah.
So I was really stressed and annoyed that I couldn't play, especially being there and so ready.
And just to
And
sit
just
there
to
and
watch
watch
it.
everything.
Yeah, because I saw my team making some errors, and then I really wanted to be playing shortstop. I'm pretty decent at keeping the ball in front of me.
Yeah.
Cousin Noah always gets it from after. But yeah, and also our team plays best when we're in a good mood and we're, but everyone was kind of letting every
It's the first
play.
game I've seen you guys get frustrated.
I know,
all
and it's because
season.
I wasn't playing. I
First
make
one.
everyone,
Your gel was
I make
off.
everyone. And
You weren't
plus, yeah,
gelling.
Yeah, we didn't have music, and so some people were taking it hard on certain plays or certain things I got out on, and I think because of that, it just kept pushing
Snowballing
us
from
down
there.
and down and down.
Yeah.
So that's what happens if we're not in a good mood or enjoying ourselves. We kind of shit the bed a little bit.
That's what that means? Shit the bed.
Something like that. But yeah, I think I would have been more okay if we lost, if I played, but because I didn't and I watched it
Yeah.
play, and
That
I'm just
seriously
like,
is frustrating.
Now you're stuck
and
with
we
if
had
I
a lot
played,
of
maybe
we
didn't
had a lot
lose.
of more cousins also like taking up like half of one of the bleachers, like there to watch, and I'm just.
Can't do anything.
Yeah.
It was so frustrating. I was like, I don't get. Like, I understood it was tournament, but I was like, why can't I play? Like, I don't care. I'm here.
That round is the most crushing to lose in, too, because there's no, it's over. There's no
Yeah, there's
reasonably
no
awesome.
reasonably awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yep.
somewhat
Yeah.
It
reasonably
hurts a little
awesome
bit. It
bracket,
hurts you
yeah.
right here. I'm pointing. To
Oh,
my
I was
heart.
so angry.
Yeah.
I was so bitter. Still bitter.
Well, there was an upside here. I've got.
Had to take a shot before I came up here. I was like,
Assuming you guys keep the team together, way too early prediction, KTC champions next year.
Yeah, that's going to be. They're
Yeah,
definitely
I think
probably
we
the
have-
same.
Someone
Maybe
write it
like
down because I want to call
one or
this out next
two.
time.
I don't know.
Check the
We
tape.
might be bringing my new another McKee on board.
Another.
Another McKee?
This is going to be like KBKL meets just the 10 of us.
This
Yeah,
McKee
it's like
is one.
McKee-
This McKee
McKee
is
and
one
friends.
of 10. So he's one of 10, and he has like only 3 sisters. He's the second youngest, and we're all like, he's super athletic. Everyone, all the guys in his family are, but he's just came to KU. So
What's his name?
we're I'm not sharing the name.
Look out,
or
world.
the identity.
There's another.
Does it even exist? I don't know. I'm not sure if it exists.
All right.
Yeah, no, but
It's
it's
a Karate Kid look-alike.
it's gonna be pretty magical.
Another Ralph Macchio.
We're just gonna take over. I don't know if there's like a rule on how many family members can play together.
There's not.
There's no rule. There's no
Only
rule.
in Arkansas.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, so that should be fun. You'll meet him in fall ball for sure.
right. All right. Thanks, Jesse.
Thanks, Jesse.
Thank
All
you.
right. Next game in the quarterfinals. Channel 6, 3. Wild Man. 8.
Oh man.
I played.
Crickets.
I watched this game.
Crickets.
I watched this game on the sidelines.
Did you
This
play?
was
Yeah,
fun.
did you play in this game, CJ?
Unfortunately, no.
Did you watch this game really closely?
Very closely. I was on the sidelines.
Tell us
coaching
about it
third
in like a
base.
very humble fashion.
You know, what helped us out was the fact that we got one on them in the first inning, and then went 1, 2, 3 against them. And I don't remember what the score sheet said, but like, I think we went third inning while we were still up 1-0. Richard kicked a ground rule triple, ended up scoring 2 runs, so that put us up 3-0 third inning. And especially when you play against a really good team, it's tough to beat another good team twice. So that kind of put them behind the 8 ball a little bit, make them kind of press a little bit harder than they maybe normally would have done.
Who won in pool play against you guys?
Channel 6 did
Okay.
by, I think, 3. It was like
Okay.
10-7 or something like that. No, it was less than that. I think it was like 7-4 maybe.
Okay.
And
That sounds right.
Yeah. So, you know, that kind of forced their issue a little bit, and you could just tell that they were playing from behind the entire time, and they obviously were not used to that for the most part, especially when you're playing against, you know, another good team in the playoffs. So it just kind of played into our favor.
There's another interesting corollary here with the like the effect of the forfeits on the teams, not the forfeiting teams, but the teams that they would have played. Like Channel 6 blanked Johnny's, and then they got Matadors, probably because Merchants had to forfeit, who they also blanked. So they went, a full week doubleheader without playing top 10 type of team.
Yeah.
Top 10, top 15 type of team.
Or at least in a challenge in some way.
Right.
Yeah, and then we had all we could fucking handle against Hertz the weekend before, so we felt like we were kind of playing with house money at that point. And then we played solid on defense, and that was probably the key to it, and limited them to, singles instead of trying to make hero throws and letting them get extra bases on that. So
I heard a great story from your game.
okay.
Where Megan McClendon was playing second, and she caught a ball, got an out, and then she's got like a soccer goalie throw, right, where she like wraps it in her arm, and she starts to throw it, and Simon's like, no, and she throws it at third base, hits Isaac, who tagged up, went from second to third, hit Isaac in the back, which caused him to lose his tank top. Hulk
He
style.
like Hulk Hogan.
I'm not
I
mad.
saw
Ripped it
that.
open
I'm not mad that
because
he
of
was like walking
frustration.
around in no shirt. Not mad about it,
Just the
but
Hulk style. I wondered where that was coming from.
But like
That seems
honestly,
appropriate.
the at bat before, I think he had gotten out and he thought about it, but he stopped himself. So the next at bat, that happened. So it was.
I'm sitting there watching the game, and I'm like, why does Isaac have on a Target vest? And I'm like, oh, that's his tank top. What happened? I was like, what happened during that game? Again, not mad that he's walking around
Yeah.
in a
That-
Target
it
vest
was-
and nothing else. It's fine.
It was a good win for us. It kind of set us up for things later on, but yeah, it was. We played probably one of our most solid games all year.
You know what that means? Channel 6 still have never made the semifinals. Still.
Aw,
Still.
wah, wah.
I'm just saying, fact's a fact.
Yeah. All right, next
Start
game.
calling them Channel 86.
Statistics never lie.
But
Got it.
Muddy Water Studio 4, Jardín de Amor 5. 5.
This is the only fucking time I pick Muddy Waters to win all year. And they fucking shit the bed.
Jake, I see you here,
Come on
buddy.
down, da, 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 da.
Come on down, buddy.
Jay Garden in the house.
Yeah, Jake Garden. How'd it go?
This was a really good game. We felt like going in, we never really felt like we were the underdogs. I think we just every way we looked at it, like similar matchups, it seemed like it was really, really even. And playing the game, it was like playing against your reflection in the mirror. It was just everyone was playing great lockdown defense. I think both teams were playing with a bit of nervousness as well, maybe like playing not to lose a little too much. But we felt like that we might have just a bit more experience and playoff experience, especially than Muddy Waters. And I think that was the difference in the game when it really came down to it in the clutch situation. But we've played so many close games this year, and I think we really leaned on that to just clutch out the win, I think, in the 11th inning. But it was a really great game, and hats off to them for an awesome season.
Yeah.
They're a really good
All
team.
right. Thanks, Jake.
Okay, moving on to the next quarterfinal. Happy Shirt 4, Chalmers is 2. I watched this game. That was
Me too.
It was a really, really good game.
Yep.
Chalmers took the lead 2-0, and I think the first or second inning.
Yeah, it was early.
Yeah.
The first inning, they got one run.
Yeah, they got one, and then they got another
Another
one.
run in
a
the
little
second
bit.
inning,
Yeah,
yeah.
second.
Yeah.
And once Happy Shirt took the lead at 3-2, you could kind of see the wind coming out of the Chalmers' sails a little bit, and they didn't play nearly. They didn't play with the amount of confidence that you would have saw had they still been up 2-0.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, the thing with Chalmers is, they're the classic, front-running team. You put a lead on them, you think they do defense stuff. But then when they start, because they're up 2-0, then Happy Shirt came up. Then they're like, uh-oh, we're in trouble. And then you could see that, right, CJ. And they made some mistakes. One time you had Colin Flanders overrun third. For what reason? And he got easily tagged out.
Because he's too fast.
Yeah.
Well, you got harness that speed. Second thing is like Adrian Taylor. I don't know what he was thinking. He was on second base. The kick towards the center field. He was 10 feet off the second open base, second base. For what reason? John Peach easily just pegged him at second base. For what reason? And Chalmers has got doubled up twice on bunts at first base. And those type of errors you cannot make, especially against Chalmers. By the way, the knocked out. Well, Chalmers can't make those mistakes against Happy Shirt. Because that's what Chalmers is. Have been knocked out 3 times by Happy Shirt. Now, 4. Yeah. And I said before,
4 in a row.
It's not 4 in a row. It's been 4 times. Okay. And I said this before in the podcast. Check the tape. I said that Happy Shirt is Chalmers' daddy. And it still shows in the playoffs.
Never.
He has said
Never.
that. He has
Take
said
that
that.
back.
And God damn it, Cougar. I hate saying this, but you're right.
And this was, I mean,
dang.
still hats off to Chalmers. I mean, yeah, they made some errors they probably couldn't have got away with. But, I mean, this was the first real challenge they've had in what do we say? This was like 8 or 9 weeks now. And they still played them within 2. I mean,
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Pretty fucking impressive.
And they handled like good defense for Chalmers. And then, of course, creating the Chalmers is at the 8th inning, there were 2 outs they got at the plate at one time. Tyler tried to slide in the home, and the ball got away. And then Chris Ford came running from third to home.
Yeah.
And he got pegged right at the home plate as well. And everyone's losing their shit. Oh, and so forth. You think momentum will carry on to the 9th inning. But then they got doubled up at first base, and that was game, set, match.
Yeah.
As CJ think, this game is over. And it was.
All right. First semifinal for the awesome bracket. Red Lion 6, Wild Man. Or actually, I should say Wild Man.
Why do you have to say
10.
that?
Vengeance. You got it.
Ben, I'll let you go
Wild
first.
man child. I asked for this rematch, or at least I predicted this rematch when we did it a couple weeks ago, and I wasn't disappointed. And from what I'd seen all season, Wildman was one of the best teams in the league and was losing just close games against the other best teams in the league. And what I've seen as the tournament has gone on is a team that has peaked at the right time and is going to be really tough, even for what is the consensus top team in the league now, Happy Shirt.
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, to put it on Channel 6 like that and then to win against us in what, I mean, after the first few innings was probably not in doubt is really impressive. There were some really drawn-out, controversial calls in this game.
Yes, very drawn out.
For better or worse. And I kind of felt like, whereas against KTC we benefited from calls more than they did, in this game Wildman might have benefited more than we did. But I also don't think those calls were the difference in the game. And there were some dynamite defensive plays on both sides, but
Well
especially
said. Well
Ricardo at
Yeah,
shortstop.
Ricardo
oh my
fucking
God,
killed
he
it.
scaled the ladder twice.
Yeah.
Got balls that I don't know if anybody else in the league is getting.
No.
Chris Cardinal skied to grab one at third.
Yeah.
That I don't know where he found the hops to get up there, but he just shot out of the ground like he had springs in his shoes and
Yeah.
caught it on the tip of his toes and the tips of his fingers.
Like, honestly, Chris Cardinal, you're welcome, Chris Neverby, was free agent pickup of the year.
Yeah.
I'd
No,
say.
absolutely.
By
Yeah.
far.
Like, once Todd goes down, it's a really tough call for anyone to pick up a third baseman. I suggested to Chris that, hey, he, reach out to Chris Cardinal for that one, and he did.
He did?
And Chris killed it.
Yeah, he did.
Killed
Absolutely.
it.
He did.
I know he was. I still wouldn't trade Todd for anybody at third.
Yeah.
But as far as a substitute,
Yeah.
You
couldn't
Cardinal
ask
was
for a better
amazing
one.
all year. He
Yeah.
kicked great. He caught great. He played third great.
Yeah.
He was on point all season. We wouldn't have got this far without him, undoubtedly. But the ladies on both sides were awesome. Shauna ranging right at second for that one ball that I thought for sure was going to get through. And for somehow she ranged right and caught a grounder and got the out at second to end the inning.
Yeah.
Which could have made the inning much worse. I don't know. All in all, 4 runs, yeah, and I think we got a couple of those really late.
I think you guys had
but
those like 7th or 8th.
Yeah, and maybe it's revisionist history, but it felt like a very hotly contested game to me the entire way through.
Yeah.
Another play real quick, so Sir Weisel's here, that the great visual, foolery, because, it looked like Sir Weisel got a play at third, and then Todd Foster was streaking through trying to make a play.
Oh,
And it looked like he got shoved out of the way by Weisel. God, this Weisel just, stiff arm Foster all the way into the streets.
That was only the last play of the game. And
Into
it was
the
probably the
microphone.
best defensive play of the game because P threw it to me from first to third for the double play. Todd didn't realize that I was there because I'm like the silent assassin that plays behind him. And I don't remember anything that you are saying, Cougar. I just know I'm going to assume that there was a swipe left for Todd and then a catch for the ball. Is that how it went?
It looked that way. You hip check,
Yeah.
you basically get off my lawn,
Make
just
sure
shove him
I
out of
had
the way.
all of the base,
Yeah.
all of the ball, and all of the female that was running towards me.
Yeah.
And I did all of those 3 things. Thank you to my first baseman,
Yeah.
Mr. Michael. No, what was your name? Aaron Hensley. That's right.
He with the golden arm.
Way
that
to let
was
the girls
like
play.
it was the epitome of Lady Lion kickball. It wasn't let the girls play. It was fuck you, I'm gonna play. Pushing Todd out of the way.
Even better.
That was
Glorious.
awesome. I loved it.
You just like most dudes that do that anyways. So
Yeah.
there you go.
But if I could say
If it's any consolation, Aaron and I, we had our eyes were locked. From first to third, we had it down. Like he
Silent
knew exactly
communication.
who he was throwing to. He knew exactly who it was. It was me.
All right.
But Todd didn't.
Exactly.
Didn't matter because we're not playing next weekend.
But Todd
Yeah.
didn't. He just got shoved out of the way. So it's great. I love it.
speaking of ladies, yeah, let's give our sponsor plug real quick.
Speaking of ladies, this week's sponsor,
Lady Bird Diner.
yes, it is. Help me out here.
Oh, address.
know the address.
721 Massachusetts. I'm pretty sure 721. Yeah, it's the one with the blue eat sign and the blue awning.
What's the phone number there, Grant?
It is
Well, somebody-
75-856-5239, ladybirddiner.com.
I will say the website might not be totally updated. That was before the fire, and we
Okay.
have some mini calls every day about that. But we're working on the new one.
Okay,
All right?
okay.
So-
But
and-
go in.
Great. Looking forward
Analog
to it.
restaurant in the digital age.
Yes. Go in. It's delicious. The food is delicious, so have a good time, guys. What?
Yeah.
Pie.
Pie.
I'll try coconut
Pie.
cream.
I mean, we
hate
have so many
coconuts.
different pies.
I'll
You
try it.
will be happy with anything. There's always
We
something
also
different
have
when you
pot
come in.
pies.
What about
There
those
is a pot pie
the
that is
milkshakes?
amazing.
Chicken fried steak.
Those specialty milkshakes that
Oh,
come
I
with
make a mean
like-
milkshake. You should come in and get a milkshake
Stop it.
sometime.
Stop it,
Mimosas.
guys. I'm starving. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, Derek comes in probably once a week. Comes in and gets a first lady. I'm
What's
making
a-
for him, and
what's
it's
a first lady?
First lady's a little cocktail we got. We've got quite a few cocktails, and he loves
Sounds
this one.
delicious.
It's a vodka mint and Saint Germain. just
Is Derek getting the
Amazing.
first lady because he's holding on to the past?
probably.
I'll never let it go.
Never
Best
let
part,
go.
though, the best part about that drink, it comes
Wait,
in a
so
little
were
glass
you
that
the
says
first
turnt.
lady,
That's very
or
true.
how
Yes.
did that work out exactly?
Okay.
In honor of you, Grant, they should call the first lady the Mary Todd Abraham Lincoln.
All right.
None of that makes sense.
Last semifinal here. Love Garden 6, Happy Shirt 7. Whoa.
Walk off.
Walk off.
What a way to
Honestly,
end
the
the
best
game.
game I've seen all
Mr.
season.
really wish I
Friedman,
would've
you're
been
wanted up here.
Jakub.
Oh man.
Jakub.
Jacobo. In Spanish, Jacobo. Yeah.
Jake, inches away from being the hero.
Man, that was one hell
Before
of-
we get started,
Okay.
Jake, your kick in, what is it, the 7th?
That was the
Sixth
top
or
of the 8th.
Yeah.
eighth,
Top of eight,
That thing
yeah.
was
That was eight,
that
yeah.
kick was a thing of beauty, man.
was.
Please tell me
that
about
was
that.
so great.
I was reffing, so I
It
didn't
was
get to see it.
it was like a kind of I don't want to say lazy floater, but it was like a soft line drive right over third.
day.
Basically hit the line and scored 2.
I'm not surprised it's Jake.
Yeah.
It's Jake.
It was
Yeah.
that
He's
game
embarrassed. He's
was
embarrassed.
just so phenomenal to be a part of. Obviously, we didn't get the outcome we wanted, but it was a blast to play. Man, they really had the best defense we've played all year. They were just so solid, which is particularly impressive considering by the time we played, the grass was dewy, so we were dealing with some like muddy, wet balls throughout the game.
Those are my favorite.
But yeah, I mean, I think they virtually got us out on like every single bunt attempt. I mean, maybe we got on like once or twice, and that's a big part of our offense.
Yeah.
And they really shut us down, so we had to look for another way to get on base. And I mean, I don't think we scored until the 5th or 6th inning when we had. So I think it was 4-0 and
3-0.
it was 3-0, and we had runners on first and second, 2 outs, and Jen, who's just been so great for us all year, kicked a pretty solid deep, but a pop-up to right field, and
Andy dropped it.
Andy, he just kind of like nonchalanted it, where he didn't use his chest at all.
Yeah.
He just went up with the hands, and it was a big mistake, because that really was the momentum we needed to get right back in the game.
What that score, 1 or 2?
It scored 2.
They scored
It
two.
scored 2, and she got a
So
double
yeah,
off
so all of
of
a
it.
sudden we were within 1. I think they came back and scored, and then that brought us to the 8th inning, and we were
4-2.
we were starting with our I think we started with Phil, our wraparound kicker, and the situation came up where we had 2 outs, I think, and I think I was like in the hole or on deck, and I'm just praying to get up because I mean we really feel like this is our chance to get back in the game.
Yeah.
And there's 2 outs, and we score, or there's 1 out. I think we score 1 on a sac fly, and that brings Phil to second or third base, and there's a play at home on the next kick where the ball is at home base. It's right at the plate before Phil gets there. Like the
I
guy
think it
is-
was
I
actually
thought he was dead.
both
I thought
of
he
those
was dead.
scored on the same sack. Like I think he scored from second on that
on
same
the sac
fly.
fly. Okay,
Yeah.
so
I
that
heard
was
about
the
this play.
situation.
This was-
Yeah.
Phil's
and,
on 2, so it's deep sac fly.
Yeah.
and the ball got there in time.
Yeah, the ball
He
got
got
there.
into tag.
right under, and credit to my boy Nick Lerner. He was all over that shit. He slid right underneath it.
Yeah.
Tag was applied after his foot hit the bag.
Yeah, I was right there too because I think I was on deck and it was the perfect. I mean, Nick was in the perfect position. I'm really confident he did beat it in time, but he slid like between Brazel's legs.
Yeah.
It was absolutely absurd.
Between his legs and just under the ball. It
So
was nuts.
right. So then we have, I think,
Tie ball game.
so tie ball game. I think maybe our leadoff gets on for the first time all game, and then Keith, who's our second kicker. You know, it's 2 outs still, and he manages to get on as well. And I'm just like sitting there, like praying to get up, like literally just like can't even watch the play. So I come up with 2 outs, 2 on, and I just know with 2 outs I have to go away. I had already tried to go deep over Chris once, so I knew I had to try and bend it or something.
Yeah.
And I've hit, and it, just like you guys described, it was probably the best kick of my entire KVKL career. Like just the perfect moment.
Perfect,
it was
yeah.
a thing of beauty. And
Yeah,
anybody
it was.
that knows you, Jake, knows that you can fucking line the ball. Like, I mean, whatever. We joke about your on-base percentage being like 900 or something like that.
I mean,
but you had like tough luck at the plate prior to that a little bit. Because their defense
right,
was so good.
no, it was, they were definitely locking me down up to that point. It was just like, I mean, just a perfect moment. And so we scored 2 to take the lead by 2 in the 8th. And the only thing I regret in this entire game was not like gathering the team at that moment, like when we took the field, just because like having watched Happy Shirt and like knowing their play, it's like you just know they're like, you know, Jason from Friday the 13th. It's like you have to like put their head in the freezer and explode it because they're just gonna keep coming back. And they did. Like they came back. They had just laid down perfect kicks. I think the inning could have gone differently. There was a play with a really short bunt where there was a mix-up between pitcher and catcher, where one was trying to get the play at third and the other one wanted to go home, and we didn't get either out. I think there was another play at second base where our outfielder just wasn't prepared to make the play when I think he could have got it there in time. So they ended up scoring 2 in that inning, and then we were just unable to score, and that was it. And it was a great game. It was so much fun to be a part of. It was awesome. I mean, that was like you said, it was, you know, KVKL like peak kickball.
Absolutely.
A great way to end the day. And it was, and I've noticed more and more, like as the teams at the top get closer and closer, so many more of these games have been, like I've probably seen it 10 times this year. 2 teams really evenly matched. As much as anything, what it comes down to is who is getting up in that last inning. Is it the bottom half of the lineup, or are you circling around to the top?
And I give it to you that Joel, he was the bottom of the lineup there, and it was perfect because he played the perfect bunt there at first base. And
Which was a close play.
A close play. Tyler did the bunt, and then they threw it to first, and they would have had Tyler, and then a misplayed ball by Rob Z, which unfortunately happened twice in that game. And then Joel got the third. Joel the third, and then as Andy just boomed it to center field, and then the sac fly and game set match. So
the only thing I wanted to add, just to your point about the parity in the league, like I mean, playing Happy Shirt felt like playing the Goats in the second weekend. You know, we managed to beat them by 1. We managed to beat Muddy Waters by 1, and then we lost on a walk-off. So we played 3 straight walk-off games. And it was just crazy just going that kind of run. But I mean, there's like the difference between the teams playing the championships and the teams playing in that second-tier championship are like, you know, they could be mix and match.
It's close this year. Number 1 and number 2 pools were incredibly close.
Absolutely was.
Now that we got that out of the way, let's give a shout out to Ladybird Diner.
Yeah.
This week's sponsor, 721 Massachusetts, 785-856-5239, ladybirddiner.com. Also, let's give a shout out to Rick and the lovely Jazz House for letting us come here every week. 926 and a half Mass. Every Tuesday, they have $2.50 almost anything. It's a great deal. And that's like every Tuesday? And not including like every Tuesday. Every Tuesday, rain or shine. Yeah, even when we're not here, so it's going to be even better for you.
Well, knowing the special, I'm never not going to be here on Tuesday.
Oh, yeah. They have new chairs, guys. So the chairs have been keeping you away.
Beautiful.
Now you
The
know
bartenders
they're new and
are
improved.
awesome. So, yes, come down here every Tuesday.
Hey, Grant, what can you help me out a little bit? What are the hours for Lady Bird?
Lady Bird hours. So
Because it's like I always walk by there and it's kind of late and it's during the week and I'm like I want some fucking mashed potatoes and you're fucking closed.
So 7 a.m. every single day, Monday through Sunday. But Fridays and Saturdays we are open until 9 p.m. for food, 10 p.m. for drinks and pie, which is a great
like
Friday,
in
Saturday.
between bar
Oh
pie.
yeah. Just get a little food in your stomach. Great cocktails also. But Monday through Thursday and Sundays we close at 3 p.m.
All right.
Okay.
Breakfast, brunch, lunch.
That's true.
That's what your staff are
She has
so
to say
Stacy.
that. She's his mom.
And the nicest around guy.
She's not everyone's mom, though.
She's got two. She's got two at Lady Bird. I got a little brother working there now too. So.
All right.
Come see some Albers boys.
Okay.
Yep.
Shall we
Just
talk
fell out of
about
the
some
nest.
finals?
Why not?
Sure.
We'll start with the first one here. The
Oh, boy.
golden poop emoji. Nick Lerner's homies
Oh, gosh.
versus Grandstand. Coog, you're presumably playing this game.
I am.
What's going to happen, man?
Well, I'm hoping better than the first time we played Grandstand when I screwed up a damn lineup going 12 kickers and 4 females.
Quit getting cute, man.
I'm not getting
We're not
cute.
talking about
No
past
more
games,
Mr.
Cougar.
Nice
We're
Guy.
talking about the next game.
I know. No more
Talking
Mission
about
Nice
somebody
Guy. Screw it.
besides
So
yourself.
Go 10
I'm hoping
kickers
we
and
do a
4
lot
You're
better
not the
this
only
time
team
against
player.
Grandstand. I know. Thank you, Harry. I hope we do a lot better this time against Grandstand. I'm hoping. What's that? I do, but this time I'm actually put my team's position to win. Unlike last time, that was my fault.
Say it.
Wait.
Say
Now
it.
the Cougars done the preview.
Yep.
We're going to go down the line here. Grant,
ahead.
who do you think?
Oh man. Cougar.
Yes, sir.
I played you guys.
Yes, sir.
I think I've seen I've reffed Grandstand. Dude, I think you need to have a little confidence, man. I'm voting homies right now.
All right, Ben.
I think homies got it.
Okay.
Yeah, see, I kind of like this game is going to be really fun, and I kind of like that this is 5:30 and the reasonably is at 4, just because
The in-between.
Yeah.
Between.
Championship.
It's in between.
8 between. Plus, also Cougar, before you make your prediction, you have to realize that, like, if we roll back a couple weeks and listen to the Cougar After Dark, you were, I don't know, unsurprisingly or surprisingly accurate with your predictions. Like I think you're the only one that was sitting on the panel that still has the possibility of picking the winners of both the cup and the plate correctly.
Correct.
So
Thank you.
pick carefully here because we need to
I
make
will.
this Cougar Cup thing happen. I'm going homies.
Okay. Although Jeff Hauber fucking sucks,
Here we go again with Hauber.
and I hate him. He's
I
a
know
terrible
you do.
person. I'm going to go homies on this one.
Okay.
Gary,
Yeah, what's up?
what do you got?
Someone farted up here. We're trying to
get away from
away
it.
from it.
It wasn't.
These boys smell.
Now you all know.
Homies.
Homies.
Just stop fucking around and win.
Yeah,
of you?
exactly.
All
Just
right.
fucking
All
do
right.
it.
Cougar, moment of truth here. What do you got?
Homies will win.
Oh, yeah! All right.
It's
Roll
okay to
with
have
the
confidence in
homies.
your team.
Okay.
You can have confidence
So,
in your own
I
team.
do.
After all that, they're obviously doomed now.
Cougar gave his own team the kiss of death.
Yeah, pretty much.
So we are going to the, I guess, what is it, less awesome final or the plate?
The in-between?
Yeah,
No.
do the twain
Oh,
because
less
it's one of the
awesome. Okay.
undercards.
Less awesome. Yeah.
Well,
All right.
we're just we're working ourselves
All right,
out.
well, you're the boss.
Yeah. We're gonna go Rats versus Corksuckers.
Corksuckers.
What do you got?
I got Corksuckers kicking some major butt.
Yeah.
Just sweep.
Just for no reason whatsoever.
No reason
Going
in
for the
particular in any way.
Corksuckers.
Corksuckers
No, I
just
read
have
the
more
Corksuckers
fire.
right after my last game, and they were on top. It was a
Yeah.
good game.
You can say whatever you want to say, but we know what the
I
real
played
answer
them,
is.
and
Okay.
I think Corksuckers got it. Corksuckers got it.
All right. What do you got? What do you got, Ben?
Yeah, I mean, Rats is kind of the surprise team here, right? And it's largely because Woost and Matadors weren't in it on
Yeah.
this side.
Yeah.
And I mean, a lot of people pick Corksuckers to get in and around this game.
Yeah.
And I think just based on the strength of their wins, and even in some cases the closeness of their losses against good teams,
Yeah.
I think you have to give it to the Corksuckers. So I'm going to say Corksuckers, rat fuck the Rats.
Okay. Yeah. I actually had Corksuckers in this final against Woost because I totally thought Woost would lose their first game. But so since I picked Corksuckers to make it to the final, I'm going with Corksuckers to win this. Coog.
In my Cougar After Dark podcast, I had Corksuckers winning the plate. So why should I wait for now? Corksuckers will win by 4.
All right. Airy.
Corksuckers, they have more fire and passion than the Rats do. So Corksuckers.
Liz.
Corksuckers for no reason in particular.
Because it has something to do with alcohol.
I'm not making an obscene hand gesture right now either, so it's fine.
All right. Here we go to the bust or the Twain final.
In between.
In between.
See, this is more difficult because I have to
Doesn't
keep
it
on
feel
pushing
so
my
fun?
feet.
Hertz Donut D-Holes versus the Goats. Who do we got here?
I got
Let's
Hurst,
go, Abe
I got
Lincoln.
The D's. I got Hurst D's.
All right.
Donuts.
Ben.
I like donuts. Which you can get at Lady Bird Diner. Just saying.
Ooh,
You can get
yeah!
Fresh
Lady
every
Bird
day.
Diner.
And they're the best donuts I've ever had. So just
Yes.
come on down.
721 Massachusetts, 785-856-5239, ladybirddiner.com. Ben, who do you got?
Well, I'm a big fan of trends, right? And although I think these teams are very, very fucking close, every team that has gotten buys really has gotten fucked by the fact that they haven't had to play stiff competition the previous week.
Especially a team that hasn't played one game for 2 weeks, essentially.
Right.
That's
So, although the ground didn't open up like Alex predicted and swallow the goats, I think the donut's going to open up and swallow them here. So I'm going to take the D-holes by 2. Close enough.
Yeah. I mean, if Hertz plays at a reasonable level to where they did against us, they're going to win this game handily. So, Hertz. And they have something to play for, man. Like, this is a really good game. I got Hertz. Coog.
I'm going to base it on one thing there, real quick. I've eaten both donuts and goat meat. Donuts taste better. Goat meat's okay.
I
a
don't
little
know,
gamey.
man.
A little gamey.
It's like comparing apples and oranges.
I
What
know.
is wrong with you?
Lots of things are wrong with it.
Have you had goat cheese?
Goat cheese is delicious. That is good. But I still have donuts still taste better. So
Okay.
What about
Liz?
a donut
By one,
dipped
by
in
one.
goat's milk?
Liz, what do you got? You're sitting right next to Ari. Let's just add the pressure to that.
Oh, is it me? Are we skipping
Yeah.
to me?
Yeah. We're going to you.
Okay. So having lost to both of these teams, I'm going to have to say D-holes.
All right.
They've just got a little bit more fire under their ass, and I think Ben was totally right when he said coming off of a hard week of games is going to be a little bit better positioning than coming off of 2 weeks where you haven't played.
Yeah. Ari.
I mean, we beat Free State last week, who was a 1 seed, and we only won 2 in the 2 pool. And we were missing our center fielder and our left fielder last week. So we were missing 2 amazing players who are also amazing kickers. And we still fucking beat Free State, so I'm going to go with D-holes, obviously.
All right.
Yeah.
I was going to say something really shitty there, like, yeah, Free State's like a paper champion 1 seed.
Still fucking 1 seed, so.
It's more revisionist history.
All right. So, main event. 9:15, the cup final. Wow, man.
Every time. Every
Versus
goddamn time.
Happy Shirt. Abe Lincoln.
Oh man.
Babe Lincoln.
Oh,
Abraham
man.
Lincoln.
Babe
Baby
Lincoln. Sorry.
Baby Lincoln.
I've got to be honest. I haven't seen much of either team play this year. Honestly.
Fine. You're not going to hurt my feelings.
It's guys. We're just. You guys are usually at Holcomb. We're at YSI. It's just. I mean, but I would really love. I would really love Happy Shirt not to win. I mean, just. I think they've won quite a few. They've won enough. I think CJ could do it. Well, Wild Man can do it. Let's. I'm going Wild Man.
All right.
Wild Man. Just throwing it out there.
Ben.
All right, so this is the Happy Shirt versus the Hate Fuck.
Yeah, we are.
Two-time defending champions against the Wild Man Child. This is going to be an excellent game. We didn't play Happy Shirt this year, but I've seen them, and they are, after they got over that midseason swoon, same Happy Shirt. They do what it takes to win. But Wild Man was definitely the best team we played this year, and I think these might be the only 2 teams in the league that can play any style of game and still win it. I picked Happy Shirt early on, and I think I got to stick with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We'll go Liz.
Man. I think that this is going to, again, be the best game that we're going to see this weekend. It's 2 very evenly matched teams. It's 2 teams that have had to pull shit out of their asses literally all season to try and come up with wins at points in time. So it's going to be a scrappy game. In the end, I'm going to go with experience, and I'm going to go with 3 years in a row happy shirt.
All right. Ari.
This is so hard because they're both really good teams, and I've seen whenever Happy Shirt's the home team, if it's tied, if it's inning 13, whatever, they always pull it out when they're the home team, and they will be the home team, right?
Yeah.
On this. Ooh. But Wild Man's good too.
Think harder. Think harder about it. Think harder.
I fucking hate you. Cougar, what do you think?
What did you pick, Ari?
She didn't pick. She abstained.
No, you got to finish
Pick
your
a side.
pick. No,
I'm gonna practice abstinence
Ari,
right now.
you're finish your pick. Ari, no, you got to finish your pick. No.
You're on the podcast
You're on
for
the
a
clock.
reason.
Come
You have to
on,
make a pick.
Ari, pick a side.
She's so stressed out right now.
Do it. You have to.
Peer pressure.
You have to.
Cougar.
I would if you'd fucking stop.
Pick a side. Pick a game. Pick a team.
She's so stressed out about
Otherwise,
this
I'll
right
keep
now.
going.
She's literally stressing right now.
Happy Shirt.
Thank you.
All right. Homer.
Golly. Thank you.
Coog.
Okay. Some stats. This is the 9th appearance for Happy Shirt in the final. They're 4-4. CJ is 1-2 against Happy Shirt in the championship final.
And just
You know that.
overall.
It's just overall. Well, there's other games there. So it's a rematch of the 2012 championship final, which Wildman did beat Happy Shirt, 6-3?
Which I will say,
Yeah.
we are pretty much an entirely different team than 2012.
Only 4 players.
Only
Yourself,
4 players.
Richard,
Do you think that's
Phil,
gonna be a good thing or a bad
and
thing?
Simon. Those
Yeah.
are only 4. Hold on. While on the
gonna
other side,
help
Happy
or
Shirt,
hurt?
only 4 players did not play in that game. It was Chris Ford, Shelby Smith, Joel Kelly,
And Amber Owens.
Owens. That's kind of weird. 4-4, kind of odd.
Yeah.
So,
Also, let's see. We had the 4 that. Let's see. And I'm not even playing in that game.
And you're not
I'm not
even
even
playing,
playing this
right.
game. So really, it's 3.
3.
Also, in 2012, you guys went out and got shit-faced the night before, like completely fucking blackout drunk.
Well,
you remember that?
Well, it was
So
only
you
like
should-
3 of us.
Well,
Abby
CJ can
Vestal.
go and get blackout drunk this year
Yeah.
because he can't play in the championship.
Who's the
So
other
he can get as
Abby
fucked up as he
Vestal, who's
wants
the
to.
other
I think Simon.
Myself, Abby Vestal, and Phil and Simon.
4.
Yeah.
4
Yes,
got
4.
shit-faced.
Got on a blackout party bus
Yeah.
that night.
No, it wasn't Blackout Party Bus. We just got drunk all together. Well, later on, she met up with us, I think, after the party bus for a little bit.
So just go out this weekend.
Well, what's happening this week?
Anyway,
'Cause
Cougar.
I'd like to know.
So here's the thing. I made a mistake as a former, journalism student about making picks in previous podcasts. By the way, real quick, I'm doing the podcast with Mike Anderson of Channel 6 for the championship final for the 6th consecutive year. So we're doing the broadcast.
You're going to abstain, you dickhead.
Awesome.
I should, as a,
All right,
as a
what
journalist, I have to abstain. Sorry.
Cougar.
Previous 5 years, I didn't. As a bad journalist, is my part.
Fuck that
This
shit,
time-
man. Be
I
Lee
abstain.
Corso.
Pick
Just
one.
pick
Cougar
a
picks
team.
Channel
You-
6 to win the championship.
Yeah,
You were the
exactly.
furthest thing from a
Okay,
journalist.
so that
I'm a
leaves.
person with journalist. What's that supposed to mean? I can't.
3 words. Summer of eggplant.
Summer of Joel.
All right. Since that only leaves me,
Eggplant
and I'm not playing in this game, what the fuck am I going to pick against my own team? Wildman, of course. Jesus Christ, we're going to win this fucker. That being said, I think we are done
That's
with
it.
predictions. We are done for this podcast right now.
So,
Once again, shout out to Ladybird Diner for being this week's sponsor. 721 Massachusetts, 785-856-5239, ladybirddiner.com.
yeah. Yeah, we just wanted to mention real quick again that we need refs for this weekend. We
Yes.
got 4 games
Yeah,
going
guys,
on.
it won't be
4 games
stressful
going
at all.
on.
16
Please.
refs total.
No one's going to
So
yell at you.
much fun. So much fun.
And
So
you can drink as
please-
much as you want.
If you want to volunteer, please hit up which board member, or is it just any of them?
It's Art Stew.
Yeah, Scott, anybody.
Any
really.
board member, so
Yeah.
hit them up on
Especially
Facebook,
Scott
Twitter,
Stewart, though, 'cause he
email,
loves getting
whatever
those
you
emails.
whatever you can do
Go
to
to
get a hold of
Stu's
them,
house.
do that.
Scott's tapped out.
Also,
That's right.
once
He's
again,
gotta play.
yeah. Once again, thank you to the Jazz House
Yeah,
926.5 Massachusetts. Rick, thank you so much for letting us come here every week and selling your great establishment.
I picked no refs for the Goats games.
Yeah, can I come and ref your game but forfeit right before so that there's no way that anyone can fucking ref for you?
So, that being said, for Liz motherfucking Schaefer,
Pew pew!
Ari Allsport Oxter,
Yep.
Jason Cougar Huang,
I still abstain.
Ben Hutnick,
Lion still does it best.
Oh.
Lion still does it best.
and Grant Babraham Lincoln Olivers.
Yeah.
I am CJ Cobra Kai. Thank you, everybody. Have a great night. We'll see you Sunday.
Yep. Where's the song? Where's the song? Oh, where's the song? Rap, what's the song?
Oh shit.
I got it.
Jesus, Cougar.